So I actually, at one point, I wanted to stop talking about bullet go blogs, as I called them. and people started writing me, oh, now you're scared to I was like, no, I'm a comedian. I want to do something.
Right.
I can't stop.
If you have the willingness, if you have the urge to want to do something, you can over there. You are going to lose some friends or a lot of friends or all your friends.
And welcome to a new episode of Bule Go Vlog. And today we have an entrepreneur, businessman. Also now he became a content creator, Mr. Well, it's not Mr. BroRon.
Yes.
Applause. Great. I was telling you off air, it's very weird for me because Indonesian people usually, at least the way they speak is always with a lot of respect. So it's a lot of pak, it's a lot of bang.
Right.
No, you're a bro.
I'm a bro.
All right, nice.
Well, because my business, my hobby.
So do they call you pak bro?
Sometimes pak bro, mas bro. Yeah. You know, I've had that problems. While I was working in the U.S. in California, right? Sometimes I work with my dad at a hospital. He was my charge nurse. I was a nurse, So it's like when I talk to him, I talk to him nicely. I call him Pa, It's like, and there's this other Indonesian guy calling him by name. So sometimes it gets confusing.
and also the confusing thing for a bule is that there's so many different names.
Yeah.
Because I would never understand, for example, when I did the TV show Suchi, like Abdelde would call him Chin, but then Panjida will call him Pak, but then Radit, they will call him Bang. I was like, what is what?
It depends on the mood, man. Chin, Cinta. It depends on the mood, but mostly, mas or bro, you'll be all right with the guy.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
And it's actually similar to Italian. Like what I notice is when, like out of respect, in Indonesian, when they say hi, they take your hand and they put their forehead close to your hand.
Yeah, forehead or
This is the way in Italy we greet only the mafia bosses. Like normally it's two kisses on the cheek.
So is it because of respect or they're scared of them?
Both. I mean, especially if you're a mafia, but respect and fear goes hand to hand.
Right.
But in Italy, because you kiss the ring.
Right.
And you do it to mafia bosses and you do it to priests.
There you go. But with me, just call me bro. It has to stick with me. I've seen so many people, even with politicians, high level politicians. What do I call you? Pa, bro. Just call me bro. Yeah,
and how did it start, the bro?
I was in a motorcycle business. I still have my motorcycle business, and hanging out with the motorcycle guys, with the boys. We call each other bro this, bro this, bro this. And luckily, the word bro, it rhymes with my name, BroRon, so it has stick with me all this time.
It has a nice ring.
All my channels are BroRon. My YouTube, my Twitter, my TikTok, all just BroRon. But there's a DM on it because it's my company initials, Dunia Motor, so it's BroRon DM. But most of the people call me BroRon. Yeah. So I've been, I can just walk around at the mall or somewhere and people yell, "Hey, BroRon!" Yeah, so okay, yeah, it connects with me.
Yeah, and also is a way to close the distance with your audience.
There you go. Yeah, they feel comfortable. There has never been where an odd moment when you meet somebody that you don't know at the mall, but when they just call you by your name, when somebody calls you by your name, you feel suddenly close with them. So yeah,
absolutely,
I'm used to it.
Absolutely.
I'm used to it.
And so you are, I would say, a master of many trades.
Not a master, but I try to be good at it. Stuff that I do.
So what do you like? How would you consider yourself?
What is that term? Man of all trade, I guess. When I remember when I turned 40, I guess a few years back, it's like,
which by the way is insulting because I'm not even 40 and you look like you could be my younger brother.
Somehow I had this like, a light, at the end of the tunnel. I see a light and say, I want to learn something. I want to learn something new. So it's like the urge to learn something new is just burning up inside me. So yeah, it's learning a lot of new stuff and then applying it and have the capability of doing it. So it's fun. It's fun.
So right now, what would your main passion be?
Two passion.
Okay.
Actually, I have two. Again, my
You better
house-
say your wife first. that's you have three.
Yeah,
you have
definitely,
three.
definitely. Yeah, there you go.
First is your wife.
Yeah, there you go. My wife, and then my motorcycle business, because it was my hobby. It started as a hobby. Just start selling parts. I was back in the days. Cascos, remember Cascos? I don't know if you know Cascos.
No idea what that is.
It's like Craigslist.
Oh,
in the US
okay.
it's Craigslist.
Okay.
It's so start selling online. And
So
then-
like a fake Facebook marketplace as well, something like that.
yeah, something like that. But with Cascos, there's no pictures back then.
Oh, okay,
It's
nice.
just the thread lines. So I start selling and then doing well, and now I have a company, a real company. I import stuff, selling motorcycle accessories, and then a few years back, I started doing. I started having an interest on infrastructures,
Mm-hmm.
asphalts, roadworks. I study that, and then
Which is a weird interest to have in asphalt, to be honest. Like,
the whole thing is weird because my background is as a nurse.
also,
I graduated as a nurse. So it's this whole thing, motorcycle business as a hobby, and then I had interest
And when did that start?
for what?
The motorcycle.
2011, I think.
Okay, so you were in your late 30s?
Late 30s.
Because
Yes.
this is what happened to me. I was divorced before, and that's also
Okay.
one of the reasons why I moved to Indonesia.
I'm not divorced yet.
Yet, that's the key. No, but when I got divorced and I was 30, 34, 35, one of the first thing I did in Indonesia, I bought 4 different custom bikes.
Okay.
Because it's like, the middle-age crisis, I
There you
guess.
go. Middle-age crisis.
But then I realized I couldn't drive them.
And you have the money for it.
I
Just
wasn't
go for
able
it.
to
There
ride
you
them.
go.
So then I sold them and I lost a bunch of money. Instead, you did the smart thing. You not only you bought the motorcycle, but you made a business out
Bought a
of it.
motorcycle, made a business out of it. I had fun with it. 2011, so it's been over 10 years now, 12, 13 years.
Nice.
Company's doing well. I haven't been focused on that company because I focus on my infrastructure business, and it's been doing well. It's just my passion of learning something new and then focus on it, and loving it.
So basically, your infrastructure business is a child of the motor or of the bike business, because you were on the bike. You noticed that there were a lot of problem with the infrastructure. And
There you go.
And you're a fixer, and you said, "I need to fix this."
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But I guess it comes from my bloodline. My dad, was a mechanic at a government entity when we were young, at in South Sulawesi. He ends up becoming a nurse also. But during that time when he was a mechanic, he got me involved. Everything like his bosses were. They had broken cars. They always take it home, fix it at home. I helped them with the tools. So I pretty much involved with engines and fixing stuff up when I was young. So that mentality of wanting to fix something it's always been in my head. And
But have you ever been to like a psychologist? No, because it's interesting to me because there's a connection in everything you do if you think about it.
right.
Because you start as a nurse, which is fixing people and helping people.
There you go.
And by the way, that's a super difficult. I would never be able to do it.
Yes, it's very hard.
And then it's not only fixing people, but fixing things,
Fixing
which
things.
is the bikes,
Right.
And then fixing the infrastructure,
Right.
And now with you're starting to dip your toes also in politics. Is fixing the country or the city.
You know what? I didn't even realize that.
So it's
You saw that. Well, I didn't even
so
realize that.
so there's something inside of you that needs to and which is great, which is like you need to help. You have this urge deep inside of you to help and to make things better, which is amazing.
I guess it's maybe because I had the opportunity and the luxury of living in the U.S.
How long have you been living?
In the U.S.
Yeah.
The whole family moved there when I was 11. I
Oh
think.
wow, nice.
When I was in 6th grade.
In California, you
In
said.
California, 6th grade, up until college, I worked there 2 or 3 years after that, and then I came back here. So it's I have the luxury to enjoy a good family life in the U.S. So it's like when I came back and I was thinking, why can't we be like in America, just the way people live. You know,
Even though I think, well, the US has a lot of problems as well.
it has a lot of
But
problems.
that's
yes.
the thing, taking the good things and try to bring them here.
You know, the good things about it, anybody can become anything in America.
That is true. The
Seriously.
American dream.
The American dream. I mean, it's kind of true. If you have the willingness, if you have the urge to want to do something, you can over there. So I try to apply that here with that mentality, with that mindset. Hey, I can do the same thing here. Yes, I will have people that help me. Maybe, you know, my parents will give me the startup money or you know, the business that I want to do. But the thing is, I'm willing to sacrifice my time, my energy to start something from zero. And you can do it here. So I've proven that.
I think is, because people talk about the American dream, and I think it's possible pretty much everywhere. Like you also here in Indonesia created your own, and I'm also proof. Like I became a comedian in Indonesia. Like I'm living the Indonesian dream. That's what I always say.
Right.
I think the difference is that in the US, everyone tells you that you can do it.
Everyone tells you that you can do it.
Like in Indonesia, I think that many people, which is the same in Italy.
Yeah.
In Indonesia, it's like, it's not gonna work.
Sudahlah.
Yeah.
Jadi karyawan aja lah.
and that's why when people ask me what would you suggest, is don't listen to suggestions.
No, you're right. You're right. I've followed a lot of motivators on social media, and they always say that. You know what? Yeah. They even tell you, don't listen to your mom.
Yes.
If your mom say you can't do it, only on the specific part. If your parents say you can't do that, don't listen to them.
Yes.
Just do it. Just do it. If you think you want to do something for your future, just do it. And so I'm at that point where I'm capable of making a decision and act on it.
But that's the problem. The problem is that when you first start, and like, for example, if you're listening and you want to do something and you have your society that is not, because you should find a regular job, and then you have your family. This is very discouraging. And the process of becoming successful actually is a very painful process, because you're going to lose some friends.
Yes.
You're going to realize who really has your back and who hasn't. Because once you become successful, everyone is your friend.
I think all the motivators are telling the same thing. You are going to lose some friends, or a lot of friends, or all your friends.
And not only that, like once you make it, then many people don't even give you credit. They're like, it was easy. I could have done it. Then why didn't you? Then why didn't you do it?
Yeah, you're right. But so that's where I am. You know, I love this country. I came back in 2011. So I was thinking again, you know, I was.
Is your family still in the US, or everyone
my
came
parents
back?
still in the US. They're US citizens now. My sisters they're still living there. I'm trying to encourage my parents. You know what? Just retire here. Just live here. It's, you know, with their pensions, with their government. I mean, they're government workers. They work for the government when they were a nurse. Hey, you know, with your pension, you could be a king here.
Yeah.
70 to 80 million a month in rupiah, their pension.
Damn.
Imagine that. A retiree.
I want to be adopted.
A retiree, 75 years old, having 80 million a month income. That's like living like a king here. So, but yeah, you know, I'm trying to persuade them. So Indonesia is the best.
I agree. I've been living in 6-7 different countries. Indonesia is if I could, I would become Indonesian citizen.
Yes,
for sure.
I'm sure you can.
It's a long process though. It's a very difficult process, actually.
Just find an Indonesian woman, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm already married, so
just find an Indonesian woman again. You'll be all right.
You got divorced once.
There you go.
You can get divorced.
Yeah,
again.
but overall, I like it here. Yeah. It's a good place to start over. And again, if you have the heart to start, you know, to start from something from zero, it's a place to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And also the economy is booming. It has so much potential. This country is
economy. It's great.
Like it's projected to is just growing.
Yes. If I'm sticking with the things that I know, again, but infrastructures, they're building the roads. They're building a lot of infrastructures about it. It's amazing. It's going to be amazing for the next 10, 15, 20 years. You know, it's a good time to be in the construction business too, because you got to maintain it.
Well, if we last 10, 15, 20 years now between the geopolitical and the AI that is going to take over. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll be all right, man.
Elon Musk was. Is he still here in Bali?
Nah, he went back home already.
Went back home.
Yeah. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. I mean, you know, the world end story, the world ending story will always exist. So we'll be all right. Take it one day at a time. Again, you know, the infrastructures they're building it's a good time to be in the construction business. It's you got to maintain it. You can't just build it. And
but yeah, tell me more about your infrastructure business, because this is actually one of the very real problem that Indonesia has. That the infrastructure sometimes are not perfectly maintained.
It's one of the biggest problems this country has. We're great at buildings. I'm sure you've seen it for the past 4 or 5, maybe 10 years. The tollways, we built brand new tollways for 1,300 kilometers nationwide. Now they're building the new capital in Kalimantan.
Actually, talking about the tollways,
Yeah.
I came here yesterday to Jakarta from Bali, and for some weird reason, there were no flights. I was supposed to come here this morning. It's the first time that I find no flights. I took a 24 hours bus from Bali to come here in
And
Jakarta.
how's that ride?
And it was long. It was very long. But,
Right.
But the roads are actually there's a nice connection. So I did all of Java.
Well, they're okay now, but
Yeah.
but again, you got to maintain it. Our biggest problems is we're having trouble or problem maintaining it. That's why you see a lot of potholes there. There's
Yes.
a lot of accidents every day. Accidents happening every day. Imagine those women, you know, riding their motorcycles at night with no lights. So, you know, we already have problems with no lightings on the street, and then we have potholes everywhere. And then here comes the rain where you can't see the potholes because it gets covered by the water, and accidents happens every day. And you know, I again, you mentioned earlier I was a content creator.
Well,
I'm not
you
really
are
a content creator. I vlog my work. So when I started vlogging my work, you know, fixing the roads, doing the asphalt work, you know, the netizen, you know, they kept asking me, "Hey, Ron, there's a damaged roads here. Can you help fix it? Because, you know, we've been telling the local government fix it. They haven't fixed it." I say, so one day I started, you know what? I'm gonna try it. And then that blew up. That blew up.
And it's interesting how I'm living the same thing now with my content. That is almost like your audience that decides what kind of content you have to do.
Yes.
So, for example, with you, they will contact you and say, "There's a pothole. Please help fix it."
Yes.
Now in Bali, every time there's a bule who does something stupid,
Call Nilu.
They call Nilu, but
They call Nilu, right,
they
right.
also send me 200 messages.
There
and
you go.
Make a video about it.
Right. Make a video about it. Make a comment about it.
So I actually, at one point, I wanted to stop talking about Bule Go blogs, as I called them. and people started writing me, "Oh, now you're scared to." I was like, "No, I'm a comedian. I want to do something."
Right.
I can't stop.
Well, sometimes, you know, you gotta listen to your followers. You gotta listen to your audience. You know, show them what they want. And I caught that little niche. You know, say, hey, if you give what the audience want, they'll love you. And I like the appreciateness that they gave me. I like the way they express themselves, the way they thank you for helping them fix the road. So it's, I don't like the attention. Not really.
Come on, really?
Not really. I don't like it anymore. Imagine you're walking down the mall and then people just come up to you and want to take pictures.
Oh, I love it. I'm at the point in my career, and I hope it's gonna stay like this forever.
Right.
That when they ask me for a picture, I am more excited than the people asking me to take the picture.
I'm okay, but it's not as excited as it was like 5 years ago. You
Fair
know,
enough.
so you know, I want that little privacy. I will never say no. I will never. That's just being rude, you know.
Yeah.
I'm at a point of making people appreciate what I do. I like that.
But you know what you do? This is why I like what you do. Because what you do is actually helping the community. Okay?
Yes.
What I have a problem with, and I understand it's still a good deed, but I have the problem with the content creator that go around, give 100,000 rupias, get 20 million views just because they gave 100,000 rupias.
Right.
And that's their content.
Right.
I mean, do something more meaningful. Like, I'm not talking about Mr. Beast because he gives millions. That's different.
Right.
But like, if you're a Russian content creator and you only give 50K and you're like, oh, I'm a good guy because I gave 50K. I'm like, fuck off.
I know. To me, that's just embarrassing to the person that is receiving that funds.
Yeah, because then it's also, oh no, like you have to, like they put the pain in the front so they can get more views, you know?
The way I see it is this. A lot of people, they private message me asking for help. Help me, you know, I have no more food for tomorrow, or I can't pay for my child's school. The way I want to deal with my money, the way I want to deal with the funds that I have is to help not just one or two people. Imagine if I fix this pothole today. If I fix this one particular pothole that has been there for months, that hasn't been taken care of by the local government, I help thousands of people. So I found this niche is just, I found this niche is, if I were to do something at this moment, at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, fix this certain road, by 2 o'clock, this road will be enjoyed or will be passed by thousands and thousands of people.
Absolutely.
So instead of doing that 50,000 for that one particular, I don't want to say that's a bad thing. I don't want. It's just not my niche.
Yeah.
I want to maximize. I want to maximize what I have, maximize to where thousands of people can enjoy that small portion of that money.
And so I recently saw one of your content. You told me actually that that's a repost of a content that was viral and became viral again.
Right.
Which was you dragging a bike with your Lamborghini.
With my Lamborghini, yeah. I mean, there's a backstory to that. There's this community, motorcycle community, the RX King community. So there's this content creator in Bandung made a content where he kicked his own motorcycle, which is the RX King motorcycle, this Yamaha. Yeah. This particular Yamaha RX King. He kicked it, and then a couple hours later, after he posted that video, he got persecuted.
Oh, wow.
He like 100 people came to his house asking for an apology. Why did you kick that motorcycle? I guess this particular motorcycle community, they really worship their bike, I guess. Yeah. Right? So when I found out about that, I said, it pisses me off. Why would you do that? Why would you persecute someone over a motorcycle? It's his own motorcycle. He basically kicked it, right? So I did the same thing, even worse. I dragged it. It. So, I mean, after I made that video, a couple of people came to my office, you know, making threats. Someone made a threat to my wife. Somebody made a threat to my office. They're going to burn it. I say, okay. I start collecting who made the threats, report it to the police. Next thing you know, the next day, I'm sorry. Of
course.
So, yeah, there's a backstory to that.
But so you have a Lamborghini?
No comment. It's in the garage.
Nice. Italian. Yeah. You know the history of Lamborghini?
Yeah, used to be
tractors.
Tractors, yeah. Farm tractors, yeah.
He's just the guy just started making supercars because he was pissed at Ferrari because they were neighbors.
Right, and I remember the backstory on that. His dad said, "You can't do that."
Exactly.
Your dad. I saw the movie of that. No, you can't do that. You cannot beat Ferrari. They're already the best. We're a tractor company. Don't do anything like that. I remember that.
But actually, I was shocked when I realized how much tractors cost, because they cost more than Lamborghinis.
My tractors cost.
Oh, you also have tractors? Of course.
I got tractors, yeah.
They cost so much money.
Yeah. It costs more than my Pajero, I guess. Yeah, it costs a lot. And, you know, all those equipments, yeah, it takes a lot of fundings, and, you know, you got to borrow money. So, yeah. It takes fundings, especially in construction, you got to have a lot of tools. Because if you don't have the right tools, you can't have a good result. You cannot maximize the result, and then your workers might end up, you know, getting tired because, you know, you don't have the right tools. And
actually, I also completely agree about the potholes and the Lamborghini. There are just a few Lamborghini in Bali,
right?
Like a couple Lamborghini, one Ferrari, and I never understood why would you have a Lamborghini in Bali where there's so many potholes that you cannot even drive it.
Well, here's the thing about Indonesian sultans, okay? To them, it's not a matter of using their toys. It's a matter of having it. Just to own it.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Fair enough.
So if you have it, just own it, take a picture, flex it, and that's it. You're done. Might end up sitting in the garage for the next 3-6 months, maybe a year.
I'll take it for a spin. It's fine. It's okay. I'm Italian, so I can handle it.
There you go. But yeah, the roads, they're not supercar friendly. The roads in Indonesia,
Yeah.
they're not. Even if you think you're smooth and then you start speeding up 120, 140, 160 next to you, and you'll fly. You'll see a bump that, you'll feel that bump that you don't see
Yeah.
a few meters up ahead.
How long have we been going on? 23. Give me a little bit more time. They're already pushing for the games. My producer, she's ruthless. Jesus. Every time.
Gak
every
terasa
time.
ya, gak terasa kan? Yeah.
Every time. But let's also talk about something else, about all the fixing that you do. So you fix the infrastructure, which is amazing. So first you did it just by yourself, and then you created a company?
No. I have my company already. So at that time when
So you started doing content
I started doing content
to increase
fixing
the awareness.
increase the awareness without an actual contract. So at that time, luckily at that time, we didn't have any projects going. So we had 2 weeks off waiting for the next contract to be signed. So I did that, and the channel blew. And my channel blew from, I think it was 5,000 subscribers at that time. From that one video, I had from 5,000 to 70,000 in like 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it just blew. People like it. Nobody has ever done that. Nobody has ever made a content where they listen to the audience and then actually fix the roads, and they made a good content about it. And I don't just make content reviewing my work, but I actually teach the people, you should have done it like this, you should do it like this, you should do it like this, because it will last longer, the asphalt will do longer, you do it at certain ways, the temperatures. So yeah,
because also, and don't get me wrong, I love Indonesia, but sometimes in Indonesia, and not only I want to be safe when I say this thing I'm gonna say, but sometimes there's a tendency of finding short-term solution instead of long-term solutions.
And that's I know that for a fact, and that's been happening. I have opened a few workshops at a local governments, local cities, teaching them how to do it properly. So there is a disconnect here between the central government to the local office, where there is no transfer of technology, there's no transfer of skills. They're basically going on their own, searching and learning how to do it properly. They're patching roads, potholes, as were the Dutch doing it 60 years ago. The same techniques, the same materials. In the modern era, you're not supposed to be doing that, and they're still doing that nowadays. So, like tomorrow, I have another workshop at a government entity, teaching them how to asphalt properly. I'm nobody. I'm no trainer, but I want to see do it done rightly. I want to see it done correctly with the government monies, with the people's money. Hey, you got to do it correctly. So
Absolutely.
So there's a disconnect there, and that's one of the reasons why I stepped into politics last year.
Exactly. That's also what I wanted to talk about. So now you are
because I figured out where the problem is. And once you figure out the problem, you can't just talk crap online all the time.
You have to do something about it.
You got to do something about it. And there is a proper way of doing it. I've been doing it the improper way, which is talking crap all the time online. Right? You just talk crap. I'm Indonesian. I can talk crap.
Of course.
Right. I just talk crap, and then I'm at that point at that one time and say, hey, Ron, you can't just talk crap. You got to do something about it. You say, I want to do something about it. You say, well, you got to get into politics. Yeah, you're right. I gotta get into politics. So yeah, that's what I am.
So now, you told me that you are thinking about running for vice mayor of the POC. Is that right?
Yeah, it's heading there. My supporters, they're heading there. We're talking about it seriously, and we'll see how that goes within a couple of weeks up ahead.
And so, where do you see yourself though in the future? So. Because you're a man that you have a proven track record of starting new things and becoming successful in new things.
I want to see myself earliest 5 years in central government.
Okay.
Where I could create a program where I could teach every city, region, and province the proper way.
Like a minister of infrastructure.
Minister of infrastructure, yes. I don't want to do the minister. I want maybe the vice minister.
Okay.
Because once you're the minister, you got to focus on building.
Fair enough.
You
want to focus on fixing.
Our problem right now, it's not building. We can build anything. Bro, we can do 1,300 kilometers in 10 years. That is a lot of kilometers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But how are you going to maintain it if you don't know how to do it? So vice ministers maybe doing it the right way, teaching not just maintaining the tollways, but you got to maintain the national roads, the region roads, the city roads, and that's where most people died from road accidents.
I am absolutely sure that you can achieve it. Actually, now to motivate you, I'm gonna say you cannot do it.
You cannot not do it.
You cannot do it, so you will do it out of spite.
You don't need to do the opposite psychology on me, bro.
But what we said before, the people that have success, they always have people that say you cannot.
No, you know what actually motivates me? If I go back to the first channel that I did, the free fixing the road, thousands and thousands of prayers. You know how Indonesians, right?
Yes.
If they see something nice, they pray for you. Thousands and thousands of prayers, comments. I think it's 17 or I forgot. Is it 17 or 70 million views? Just
Oh, wow.
the comments, just prayers,
That's crazy.
man. They're giving you prayers. I mean, the praises are okay, but
The prayers.
the prayers, man, say, we pray for you, Ron. Hopefully your business is doing well so you can do this to more people, do this to more people.
That's awesome.
And that's my motivations right there. That's where I figured out, again, if I work in the morning, by the afternoon,
They can
my
enjoy
work
it.
can be enjoyed by thousands and thousands of
The
people.
only thing I want you to consider
Yeah.
is when you're going to be vice minister,
Uh-huh.
just remember your Italian friends.
There you go. We'll do a vlog at the ministry.
Let's go. Let's go.
We'll do a podcast at the ministry. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You'll be the first bullet. We'll do a podcast at the ministry.
Let's go. I'm jokingly running for the position of Minister of Bules.
Okay, Minister Bullet is right.
Because
Yeah.
they're
Make sure everybody, follow the rules,
Exactly.
especially in Bali, right? Yeah, especially in Bali.
crazy.
Yeah, you'll be Nilu Jelantik's assistant, I guess.
Yeah,
Partner.
actually, we talked
partner
about
in
it a few
crime.
days ago that we did some content together.
Right.
Yeah.
She's doing very well to protect Bali.
She's a very
Yeah.
strong-willed woman.
Very opinionated.
Very like I know very little about politics and everything. I stay away.
Right.
But what she's doing in regards to helping with this, I call it the second pandemic.
You
It's
know-
the pandemic of bullets acting like assholes.
She's actually doing what I wanted to do. She's actually doing what I wanted to do at that time last year. If I were to win the elections, is using social media to voice your opinion. Not a lot of politicians. Okay, I don't think there's any politician that uses social media to talk crap
That
of
is
what's going on.
and that is a very powerful tool, and it's the future.
Most politicians, they talk about the good stuff. They just want to talk about the good stuff. Oh, yeah, it's good. We're doing okay. We're doing this, or we're planning to do this. But with Nilu, he will take all the negative. She will blow it up. She will blow it up so just people would know, hey, don't do this.
Yeah,
don't do
that's
this. And I was planning to do that, but I didn't make it. She made it. She made it at the last February election. I didn't make it, but I think she's gonna be okay, and she's gonna be good for the people. And it's about time for us to have politicians like that.
Yeah, I agree. And now we are gonna have, talking about politician, we're gonna have a game. Every time we have a different game.
Okay.
With the guest, with you, since now you are the future vice minister of infrastructure in Indonesia.
Okay.
We're gonna play a game which I never know the game. I just read the first time as you do. Guess the politician. Okay. So they're gonna put pictures and we have to guess the
Okay.
politician, and the one who wins. So we always have a bet with the guest.
All
So
right.
if I win, I'm gonna take the Lamborghini for it. If you,
I have the Hot Wheels version.
it's fine. You'll give me the Hot Wheels. If you win, I'll come for free and I'll help you fix a pothole.
There you go. We'll make a content on that. It'll be fun, man.
I want to do that even if I win.
Imagine blocking the road and say, okay, we'll stop the road, block the road, and then we'll fix the road.
Let's do
It's
it.
fun.
Let's
It's
do it.
fun. It's really fun. All right, what's the game?
All right. Barack Obama. You have to
was
be
gonna say that.
fast. You have to be fast. 1-0.
Obama, okay. Jokowi.
Jokowi, yeah.
There you go. It's obvious. Next.
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Kennedy. JFK.
Okay, we're the same. Tie. Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, I thought they were teeth. I thought it was something with the grill. I was like, is that a rapper? I thought, is that a rapper? What the?
Rapper grill, yeah. Okay.
Trump,
There you
Donald
go.
Trump.
I'll let you have that one.
Thank you. Do you think he's going to win the next election?
He's going to win the next one.
Prabowo.
Prabowo, yeah, there you go.
This time.
There you go. Masih ada nggak?
So, go back. So, for example, with Prabowo,
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn manners in Indonesia.
Right.
How, like, for example, if I would have to meet him, like, how would I address him?
Pak Presiden.
Pa.
So it's double title.
So it's still Pa.
It's double title,
Okay.
yeah. Pak Presiden.
Pa
Presiden,
Presiden.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think for proper Indonesian, I don't think you need to say Pa. But Pa is just something you have to put in front if you're gonna mention someone's name.
Oh, okay.
It's a must, especially for a
Yeah,
president.
of course.
But since president is already a title, but Pa is also a title.
So double title.
Double title, yeah.
Alright.
But Pak Presiden.
Fair.
There you go.
All right, next one.
Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yes. It was the governor of California.
Terminator.
When you were in California, it was governor.
Yeah, he was a governor. Yes. One term only though. Gibran.
Keep it. You say it first. 4-4. Oh, is a tie. So the next one wins? And the last one?
Oh,
is
crap! I don't know.
I know. Is he the Italian one? Is he the Italian prime minister?
Or Australian?
No. He's the I don't even remember. I'm so out of politics in
next,
Italy.
Thai.
Sergio Mattarella is the Italian
Mattarella.
president. But in Italy, this is the thing. In Italy, the president doesn't count for anything.
Yeah, they're not that famous, right? It's
the
minister.
It's the prime minister.
The prime
yeah,
minister,
yeah.
right.
So who won? 4-4.
4-4. We're a tie. Okay. Well,
So since you're a guest, we'll give you the victory, and I'll come and I'll fix the pothole.
yeah, we'll fix potholes, man.
Yes.
It's fun. You'll enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure I will. So first of all, thank you very much. But for the closing, we always have the guest doing the closing.
Okay.
So you look at the camera and you have to convince people to watch, subscribe, and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, in English?
Whatever.
Okay.
You're the boss.
Well, because you want it to be Indonesian.
Yeah, it's the Indonesian audience. Yeah.
Indonesian audience, right? Oke guys, nonton podcast ini bersama Bule Vlog.
Go vlog.
Bule Go Vlog. Itu kenapa pilih nama kayak gitu ya? Untuk cerita-cerita mengenai politik dan lain-lain bersama saya BroRon berbahasa Inggris coy.